To our ever-dynamic college dean, the mother of BUCE, Dr. Lorna Minya, to our associate dean, Dr. John Mark Mayor, to our CSE advisor and CSAC advisor, Dr. Jocelyn Guyena, to our guest speaker, Dr. 𝗕𝗨𝙯𝗓𝙯, to the BUCE faculty and non-teaching staff, to our proud parents, and to my fellow CEnians, may this momentous day fill our hearts with peace and joy. If there was one thing I learned from the 3 years that I have been at the Bicol University College of Education, it would be that I was never alone. No one ever is. We are never alone in the sense that our achievements are a culmination of the generosity of the people around us. Even in failures, the reason why we can try again is that somebody has allowed us to do so, or that somebody reached out their hands to us so we can stand up again, at least one more time. This lesson that nobody is alone is true even in the grand scheme of things. The past 3 years have undeniably been challenging for all of us, from the COVID-19 pandemic that started in 2020 to the most consequential national elections this year. The pandemic has revealed to us the social injustices that infect the very fabric of our society. Low-paid workers lost their jobs. Many students had to drop out of school. Doctors and nurses had to be separated for a long time from their loved ones, and the list goes on. But these events, no matter how dark they may seem, have sparked the light of patriotism in our hearts. The community pantries, for example. Filipinos offered what they could, so others may have food on their tables. Strangers brought their baskets of vegetables, so the children of those badly affected economically by the pandemic could share a bowl of chop suey at lunch. I myself have never been more proud than seeing the very essence of bayanihan. Truly, nobody is ever alone. These same events are also what made me realize that as a student, I am needed somewhere. I may not have the material resources to immediately improve the lives of my fellow Filipinos, especially those of the marginalized, but I have the energy and the voice. The struggles of the Filipino poor have allowed me and some students I know to go on social media and any other platforms to speak up. These challenging times encourage us to join the conversations that can make a difference in people's lives. We have to help them as much as we can so that they never have to fight alone. Looking back, I realized that the past 3 years have helped me build my character. Because of the undesirable events that I have been a witness of, I realized that I am part of something bigger. I realized that there are more important things than academic excellence, the awards and recognitions that I have received in the last 3 years. This is why I believe that among the pillars of Bicol University, character, although often unrecognized, is the most important. Character is what allows us to fight for what is right and just for the victims of abuse and injustices. Character is what separates us from those who continue to exploit and abuse their power and wealth so they can reign over the masses. Character is what enables us to offer ourselves to our country, the Philippines. After all, isn't that the point of education? To make the lives of others better? Isn't that the point of education? To make this world better off than when we arrived? I am proud and thankful that I have been recognized as the most outstanding non-college graduate of BUCE, not only because of my academic achievements and curricular activities, but also because of the person I have become, the character that I have built throughout my stay in this institution. But again, I was not alone in the path of character development. I never am, and never will be. Thus, I would like to express my deepest and sincerest gratitude to all the people who have been part of this journey, of this success. To Mama and Papa, for always being trusting and being the most supportive in any endeavor I choose, even if sometimes I have to be away from the house for a few days. To Manay Joy, Manay Dandan, Manay Bik-Bik, and Dimple, my beautiful sisters, thank you for empowering me to be who I really am, to not be apologetic, and to slay every single time. To my professors and instructors, needless to say, you have helped me grow the seed that my elementary and high school teachers planted. It is not just a seed now. It is a healthy, growing, and blossoming plant. To my blockmates and friends, to the Aggies, you all know who you are. Thank you for being patient with me and for helping me get through everything. Thank you for all the kumustahans, the sleepovers, and the hustles. To my 47B sisters, Jane, Gwenelle, Elle, Mami Lau, you have been witnesses of my ups and downs since first year college. Thank you for being there and for uplifting my spirit in times where I would lose hope and motivation. Of course, to our seniors, you have been good mentors to us. You lit our ways on the way here. It is time we do the same for the younger batches. To my CSE and OWLS families, you know I would never be here without your consistent support and encouragement. Almighty Father, this is all for you. You are the reason for all of this. You know that I am infinitely grateful for all the opportunities you are giving me. And to all of you here listening to me, thank you. Thank you for doing your best. Thank you for always trying. And thank you for not giving up. Most importantly, thank you for standing up for others, even if it's really difficult to do that most of the time. May we all continue to strive and reach greater heights. Remember that we are always part of something bigger than ourselves. Somewhere out there, our help is always needed. There are always going to be people who will need our help, just as we will always need people to be there to help us. Because if there was one thing I learned from the 3 years that I have been at the Bicol University College of Education, it would be that I was never alone. No one ever is. No one should ever be.